So I'm just getting back in now. And what have I missed? Looks like the 2 is getting run down by the 18 on the inside.
Yeah, we got a battle.
Yeah, he's looking to the inside.
Clear him. Is he gonna clear him? This is the championship race, folks, for the ERG Pro Series Xfinity cars.
I don't think the 2 car is going to race the 18 car that bad because the 18 car is not in the Final 4.
He's not? No?
No, the Final 4 is the 2398.
If you're the 18,
double zero.
But Titans, if you're the 18, that gives you extra motivation to run that much better, right?
Yeah, you're trying to prove to these Final 4, like, hey, I should have been here.
Exactly.
Well, the 18 should have been there, but he failed to. He disqualified himself due to the penalty rule of not making the required amount of races.
Well, yeah,
shoot,
the rules are rules.
Man, that's too bad. Thanks for that update. Shoot.
Yeah, rules are rules.
'98's not too far back. Hopefully you can figure some stuff out.
Side by side, down the back stretch. 18 out front. 2 gets to his left rear quarter panel. 18 clears him. 18 up high. 2 down low.
Yeah, I think
the 2 will never get that speed down low like that. I would assume that his best course of action at this point, if the 18 goes high in 3 and 4, you might want to go high with them, try to suck up to him, and then get him loose on exit.
I don't even think he needs to race him. He needs to run the exact line he's doing. It doesn't matter if he wins the race. Okay, I mean, in my shoes, as you know, as a past champion, I would run exactly what he's doing and never touch it. Because, like I said, the first 2 stages is not going to matter. Like, it's just simply he just needs to keep his car clean and nose clean and just sit there and run. He's got a good car, and you run the bottom, there's no risk of hitting that wall. You know, yeah, he could hit the apron and spin, but, you know, even if he does that, the stages, he's got time. If he sticks with that 18, learn what the 18's doing, watch his line, see where he's strong at, see where he's weak at. I think that's the best thing he needs to do.
Yeah, in Boston, you're saying, you know, keep it clean. These guys got damage on, and I think when he went on the outside, let the 2 and let the 18 go around the bottom, which the 2 is doing right now to him as he takes back the lead. I think that was smart because, yeah, he needs to keep this car in one piece, make sure everything's at 100%, because he could easily damage it and lose it from that. Does anyone know what KCMG stands for? I can't read that.
I think it's HCMG.
Yeah, see, can't even tell what the abbreviation is in general.
Looks like our buddy here in the booth is going to need some prescription glasses.
I think that I can't hear a word that you're saying, Titans. I'm sorry, man. What did you say?
Nothing.
No, well, no, I'm serious. Like you sounded muffled to me.
I was saying that it sounds like you need some prescription glasses.
See, maybe that's why I couldn't hear you. I need glasses.
Yes.
So 2 gets by the 18. That's just his race right now. I mean, this is where you figure out your lines, figure out what you want to do, stage 2, stage 3, what adjustments you need to make.
Yeah, the double zero is down pit road. It looks like he spun too, getting onto pit road. He had a little issue there. That's one thing that you do not want to do. It's a good thing this is the first stage. He's learning it there. And I think there's 2 laps left.
I feel personally, if you could keep that car in that middle groove, there's room for play. You can.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you go low, you're not flirting with the apron. If you go high, you're not flirting with the wall. The middle groove might be the line.
I'm with you on that.
Well, it looks like the 18 is
he's out of fuel. They've got 1 lap to go. They don't have enough fuel. That's why the double zero pitted.
Oh man,
is the 2 out of fuel as well?
Now out as well.
The 2 is almost. Yeah, he's.
The 98 is out as well.
Is out of fuel.
Oh man.
Is anybody gonna have enough fuel?
The 3 car is
the 3
moving around
coming. Here comes the
man,
three.
I want to see the
This
three.
is
Get
gonna
it,
be
three.
interesting.
Get it, three.
This is gonna be good. The
Yes.
The
There you go,
takes
Grandpappy.
one.
Congrats, buddy. Oh, see, you know, one thing that I always like to do is run mock races. Did those other guys run mock races? That was freaking great. Way to go, Grandpappy, with that stage
Guys,
win.
that was awesome. That was legitimate excitement out of me right there.
Oh man,
There's
that's
no
last second
faking
stuff.
that.
And you got to think, you know, it doesn't mean anything that he won the stage, but I hope that gives him some encouragement. I hope he gets on a little bit of a run from that, you know? Like he's got it, that's got to boost him up. Great
You take a
work.
stage, you get your confidence up, but also let's not forget he's got track position now. He's going to come out of the pits up ahead of where he would have finished, and now he can kind of have that clean air. He can kind of get that momentum riding for his team.
Exactly. So it's all about his restart right here. Do you pinch? You're going to have Shaft on your outside. Did you want to pinch him into the first turn, kind of make him go up high? Because you know Shaft has a strong car. So you're going to have to do everything you can to fight him off.
See, I don't want to lose that bottom. But also the bottom's dangerous. I think we can see a lot of things change here.
One thing is I don't want to risk that in second stage. If it was 2 to go, yeah, I'm going to pinch you a little bit for the championship. But right now I want to keep my car clean. I want to just try to get a good run.
We're going green. That 18 went down on the 3. The 3 closed that door late, and the 18 fell off it. Lost that position, goes to the back. The 2, great run on the top. The 3 is on the second. Oh, there's
Bobby around.
98.
Two car wreck. We got to have a caution for that. It doesn't look like the game's throwing a caution. I saw 2 cars. I mean, Boston, if you're watching it, what do you think?
Yeah, it looks like from what I saw looks like the onboard of the 98, he hit the aprons, and when he came up to try to catch it, the double zero got
car
back
hit the apron.
But yeah, that definitely needs to be a caution in my opinion.
Yeah, I hope that they start to slow down.
I would agree. That's a 2-car crash.
We've got hybrids in this. They should be communicating that right now. But if not,
maybe they're racing back to the line right now.
That's a very good point. Well, you know, like that lap, they're on the backstretch when it happens. So I don't know. It doesn't look like they're slowing down.
It doesn't seem like Shaft is letting out.
No.
And if you go back to the restart, if you put the accident aside, did it look like the 3 spun his tires and allowed the 2 to get him on the high side?
It did, and that's why he got so much offense from the backside there that he wasn't able to capitalize on his good position there.
Yeah,
it's like a tension from the NASCAR group, and the caution comes out.
There we go. So nice. We get to see a caution, get to see this go over again, and you know, I'm with you on that up front. He had a bad restart. That 18 was getting on his inside. He went to block, and that just kind of domino effect into him losing the position altogether. That was just what the 2 needed, I think.
They were 1 lap short on stage 1. Now, usually how this shakes out, they should be good by 1 lap here. Will anybody hit pit road here is the question.
I mean, why not? It's not a huge field. Some people have damage. They're getting more damage right now.
2 going in. 3.
I don't see why not. That was a way to get on pit road. Yeah. But
that was interesting.
I think why not? It's the second stage. Remember, stages don't really matter too much. And hopefully they practiced it and they could see what the tire fall off would be like. Yeah, they ran a few laps there, not many, not know 1 or 2, so they could get something.
Back though, Nick, if I'm the 4th guy back, I think I'm staying out. I'm letting everybody else pit. If my fuel is good to the go, I'm staying out. I'm getting track position.
Yeah, you know, that's a good point, Blur, man. It depends on how you feel about your car too. You could go either way with that decision, and I like your thought process there. I'd like to see some people make some changes. The 9 didn't pit. but everyone else did. He may be a sitting duck. I think we're going to learn a little bit about tire fall off here, and hopefully that 9 made the right changes on the last stop.
but you need to think about this. Your tires really don't heat up here until you got about 20% off of all of them. So maybe having a little bit less rubber on the tires might be a benefit for the 9.
Yeah, but then his tires are going to wear out quicker. Is that going to, you know,
well, you also got to remember there's only about 3 to 4 laps on these tires. I don't think you're going to see too big of a difference.
All right, we're going to see. We're about to see, and it looks like
I'm up front on that.
The 98 had an issue, and he was on the inside wall. Are they going green at the line? Yeah, no, yes, no?
No, they are not.
Okay. All right. That's unfortunate for the 98. Sometimes when you're not floating, you know, and I did it. It was embarrassing at Bristol. I think I downshifted or something, or I was coming off pit road, and it spun the thing out. And it'll happen. So hopefully the 98 learns from that, and that won't happen again, because he's going for a championship.
Looks like the 9 chose the high line.
That's pretty interesting. Why not?
That is interesting.
You know, like, let's check
it's not a bad decision. Me personally, on the restart, I like the low, but we'll see.
Yeah,
no, I think he got a good indicator, because on the last restart, the 2 passed him on the outside in the 2nd position. So I'm guessing that he's probably thinking that he's going to be able to pull off the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
good
it's early on in this race, and it's time to learn something. So this is the best time to try it.
And he's in control. He's in control of this restart. It's a manual restart. It's not everyone going at the same time. So that 2 is going to need to keep up, and that's extremely hard to do.
Looks like green flag's out. 9's going to get that run.
He got a good jump. 2 and the 3 are side by side.
Now, if I'm these other guys, I am not following the 2. I am following the 9, because the 2 is the one to beat. I am leaving the 2 hung out to dry.
They're starting to.
It looks like that might be what they're doing.
Wow. 2
gets such a turn. A huge run through 4.
Nice turn by the 2.
That was impressive. That 3
Captain Fluffy better get himself out of the way. He's trying to cut off the championship contenders here.
Wow. The 3 is doing a good job giving some room. So is the 9. 00 Harvick, who I'm happy he's feeling all right. He's right there. And it looks like we got a car
around. It's the 98 car.
98 car. Things aren't looking too great.
3 on the wall.
So I was looking on from the 9 back. Did anyone?
Does
anyone have an idea what they think happened there?
Caution will be out. I'm sorry, Nick. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I was just wondering what happened with the 3. I saw a little bit of it. Was he just getting in the gas too soon? Was he really trying to put all that power there?
I happened to just catch the end of it. Looks like we lost a commentator.
Boston's out. I'm the party owner. Let me see if I can just
turning into.
He's streaming it for us, so he's still kind of here.
And if you're the 98, is this a carryover of Pocono? You had a bad car at Pocono, and negativity just got the best of you, or what's going on?
It's a little demoralizing. You get frustrated when you didn't perform as well as you thought you did. But I think it's a new race, so you got to get your composure back, and just kind of block out all those thoughts.
Because we know he has talent.
Block it out. It looks like the 9 may have fell out.
We're aware he has talent.
9's on pit road.
No, 9 cars has to do a drive-through penalty restart violation.
All right.
No, he's
on
pit
out. Road, like yeah.
Oh, he may have just quit. I don't know. They did black flag him for a restart violation before the caution started.
Alright, okay. Well that's, we'll have to look into that more. I think just backing out, it's a little too much. He could have just stuck with it.
Yeah, guys, we've been talking about it for 2 races. You cannot let your emotions get the best of you.
Yeah, but look at the 2 up front and with the 3 right behind them and the 00. These guys are going for the championship. This means a lot. You know, you gotta take every inch you can. That's not just what she said, but you really do in a situation like this.
I'd like to see this 98 find something, get his car back together, because we know he has the talent.
Oh, we definitely know the 98 has talent.
Contact.
Oh, contact.
On the wall again.
Contact with the 9 and the 3, I believe, right? I know it's the 3.
They're double zero.
The 00? Okay, the 00 and the 3. I want to see the 3 do well. You know, he's a teammate of mine. I shouldn't be biased, but he got that stage win. You know, he's got to maybe think strategy. I'd love to see if that plays a role in a championship.
What an exciting first stage finish that was.
Who is going to be the second-year champion of the Pro Series in Elevated Racing Group? The inaugural season, Boston Strong got that championship. Who's going to follow that up? And down and out, little Bobby is doing everything he can right now to chase down the 2 of Shaft Nation so that he can be named the champion.
Well, what you saw was a defensive move there by Shaft. He moved down just a little bit going down the front stretch just so the 98 couldn't get that draft, just so he couldn't get that run going down into 1. Right
and
there,
I wish
98 still staying there.
Wish the 98 would have changed his line right there, right up front. You know, just change your line a little bit. You might get by him.
Well, yeah. I think that, you know, just what you were saying up front, he moved down. The 98 didn't really follow him down. Sometimes I don't do that either, so I don't screw up the entry of my next turn, because I could lose. Yeah, you gotta kind of give and take. You gotta
checks
weigh
and
your
balances,
options.
right, Nick?
Exactly, dude.
Yeah,
checks and balances, Blur. Yeah. 98.
One of the phrases that was always coined to me is, "You're not racing your competitors. You're racing the track." So there's no need to change your line if you don't have to. But sometimes you just feel like, hey, if I can just throw him off his game a little bit, it benefits me on the track.
Oh, completely.
Yes, good point. And folks, these fans are yelling. They are screaming. This is the championship race for the ERG Pro Series. We will see who has what it takes to take it to the line.
At 98, he's so close, but he just can't close that gap. And I want to see him get up there and really give it a battle with the 2 car for this championship.
Yeah, so do I, but one thing that I've been noticing with Shaft for a while, he's very consistent. He hits his marks real well. And the 98's got the speed, but I think that the consistency may not be all there. He's still picking it up, though. He's getting a little bit closer. He's falling out of the draft right now, but we'll see. We've got some time left.
Now Boston, as a fellow champion.
I'm sorry. I think we're coming to 1 to go or 2 to go here in stage 2.
As a fellow champion, Boston, at this point of the race, are your nerves gone? Are they still there? Were there ever nerves?
I think it depends on who you're racing. Honestly,
so you weren't nervous
for me
last
when
year, I understand.
As I was saying, it depends on who you're racing. Honestly, with last year I felt more comfortable having a teammate there in the Final Four with us. For Shaft perspectives, as dominant as he's been this season, I think if the 18 was there, I think you would see a little bit more concern. I think the only car that's really got a shot with him, in my opinion, is really the 00. I don't think the 98 consistency. He's not been able to finish races the way he should have been from last year to this year. I think the 00 is a little bit more consistent, in my opinion. But like I said, it all comes down to that final stage. A speeding penalty or a invalid pit road exit could change the entire race.
Yes, it could. Yes, it could.
Yeah, man, that's a good point. I don't know if you guys were talking about that before, but that's something that I didn't really bring up or think of just yet. The pits, even if it's not just strategy, who does one less pit stop than the others, it's how you're getting on. Are you going to speed and lose 15 seconds? Are you going to come out and exit too soon and get back on the track too soon? A lot of those things play a part, and I hope they're thinking about that.
Looks like there's some strategy going on.
Yeah, 3
Looks like
definitely
3 car
does.
did pull some strategy.
3 wide, 98 below the 3, 3 in the middle, 2 up
wide.
top. 2 clears the 3, 98 behind the 2, 3 coming behind the 98.
That 3 didn't have
2 looks like he's going to clear the turn.
Wow.
And maintain the lead. 98's still there,
no,
guys.
no, no,
98's
no,
still
no.
there.
Good job holding it back there,
Double
guys.
zero just did some really good driving, too.
Yeah, man.
I think 98 knows he couldn't let the 2 get away. He had to pull that move going down into 1 just to get going.
Yeah, that's
now
that's a good move.
It's easier said than done. But if you're every one of these guys, I think for a couple laps, you want to keep this pack as tight as you can. You don't want to race each other right here. If you're behind the 2, you don't want to race.
Yeah, no. we got 52 laps left too, guys, and the 98 at Down Out Racing, he's just at the cusp of losing that draft, and I think with that little exit, you know, off of 4, got a little scrub on the wall. That's probably gonna do it for him. And here comes the 3. But man, I really wonder what the 2 has under, or the 3 has under his sleeve, strategy-wise.
Now, Boston. If we cycle through and we go green to pits, the green flaggers. Who's in 3rd? If you're the 3rd car, now you know Shaft's taking 4 tires. Are you gambling? Are you taking none, trying to get maybe like an 8-second lead on them?
I think from what it looks like, and it really depends on how much fuel they can get on the tank, which I believe is 14 laps, but I could be wrong. I'll have to verify that when the 98 changes his screen. If I'm within 2 seconds of that leader, I'm taking 2.
Okay, that's what I would do as well.
That doesn't look like the tire fall-offs much of anything. I mean, you're going to get some, but if you take 2, I would just put some wedge in her and run it. Because as opening they're going to be, with how much space they've got between everybody, I think they're better off. That's the best way to do it.
5th place, it looks like you can try to wait around 1 and 2.
Yeah, you could try to wait, but I agree with you. Like, you're going to have to do something different if you're behind Shaft right now, in my opinion. Unless a caution comes, if you're in the chase and you're behind Shaft at this point, you're going to have to do something that you maybe aren't used to doing.
Yeah, but you got to be paying attention to
throw everything at it.
You got to pay attention to that fuel, how the estimate works, if it's going to be in your favor or the track's favor.
What about, do you maybe short pit? Do you pit, take 2 early?
I got to look back at last year and what I did. I choked. I pitted too early and I had to pit an extra time. So hopefully these guys ran through it and they know what they're going to be doing.
Yeah,
I focused on hot laps, and I had the fastest lap in Boston. I think he even said that, you were kind of worried that I was going to have the car to beat. But whenever we pit at the end of stages and stuff, I didn't know what to do to my car, and I made it slower. So you got to put all of it together, and hopefully they can learn from my mistakes last year. And talking about it just makes me really depressed, and I think I need some tissues because I'm going to cry. But it's all right.
Well, Nick, don't worry. We'll both be crying after Indy if we don't win. So.
Well, it looks like you're going to pit twice, possibly 3 times.
In Boston, that's what I was getting at. If you got to pit twice, if you're behind Shaft, it might be worth, once you know your fuel window, to short pit. Take no tires, fuel only. Get those seconds of advantage, and then you take your tires on the next stop.
Right, you got to do that, man. You have to know your fuel. Like you said, man, I think that's going to be key. And I was just watching, I'm on the 18 car right now, and the 3 is doing a heck of a job. He's keeping that position. He's being aggressive. But the 18's also being a little giving. He gave him space. He put himself in the wall a little bit, but I think he knows he's got a little bit of a faster car. As he gets in the back and goes down onto the apron, but he keeps it going in a straight line.
And up front, if you're the 2 right now, and you're out front, you're leading this race, what's going through your mind right now?
Right now, it's all about just hitting my marks. Right now, it's just staying focused on the track, not really worrying about if I'm gapping anybody or putting a lot. It's just hitting my marks, making consistent laps. I know I'm fast. I gotta keep being fast. I'm gonna keep an eye on my fuel window just to make sure that I don't stretch it too far, I don't go too short, and just focus on the track. Focus on what you're doing.
I'm with you on that.
You might even think about, you don't even want to look in that rearview mirror is what you're saying, right? You just want to focus on yourself and your team.
Once I know that I've got a good gap and I'm hitting my marks, the mirror's getting flipped up. I don't need to see what's going on behind me to distract me.
Exactly.
Another thing, too, is looking at the time. It's not just the mirror. Sometimes less is more, and you keep your eyes focused ahead. Don't always look at the differential. See how far back they are, how much time you gain, how much time they're gaining. Maybe on the front, these are long stretches. The front and back stretch are so long. Yeah, hit X. Look at it real quick. Turn it right off. Before you get to the turn. Helps me a lot.
Titans, I got a question for you. If you're the 2 car, are you saving tires at all, or are you running it?
Being this early in stage 3, I'm not worried about my tires. I'm just worried about, basically what Upfront said, just running your marks consistently. I'm not going to worry about my tires until late in the stage, because then, strategy can come into play for a lot of people, including the one who's in the lead. Doesn't matter if he has a 5-second lead or not. So
exactly.
All right, so I got a question for you, Titans. Throughout the season, you've shown that you're pretty smart with strategy type stuff. You usually gain with pitting. When you're in the lead like this, like the 2, are you going to go full like 4 tires, or are you going to try and strategize? And then if you're in the back, what would you do as well? Like, would it make a difference if you're in the front and the back how you're going to run your strategy?
Yeah, it would, because if I was Shaft right now and I'm in the lead,
4 tires, right?
I would take 4 tires, and then the last stop of the race I'd take 2. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's much tire fall off at all, but if I was in the back, I'd take 2 tires now and 4 tires later.
And you got to think about the lead that he has on second place right now. That cushion of time, that definitely helps.
Yeah, right now he's got such a big cushion. He can take 4 tires, and he knows he's not risking a whole lot. Even if someone does get around him who takes 2, he's going to reel them right back in.
Now, in my opinion, if this is a say it's a 2-stop race in this stage, if I'm a 98, my first stop, I'm throwing it all at it. I'm taking no tires. I'm gassing. I'm go.
Dude, that would be impressive. And I've seen you be able to do that. I love that you got that mentality.
We keep talking about how there's not much fall off. I don't know. I mean, you're trying to win a championship,
Yeah, I got you. But you got to think about the time of the gas. The amount of time it takes to put all that gas in. It depends on if you're putting 2 cans in or not.
It really is a fine line. I mean, it is. And as we ask everybody in the booth, everybody's got a little bit of a different opinion on the matter. So damn well that everybody on the track has a different opinion on the matter as well.
Oh yeah, and you know what? Your opinion's going to change.
I can't hate it.
Too.
I can't hate what you're saying here, because at the end of the day, no one's going to remember who finished second in the points.
Exactly.
Unless they finish second,
like throw it all at it.
Yeah, why not?
He's probably got what? Just by looking at it, I'd say 2.5-3-second lead on him.
Easily.
3.7.
Yeah, easily. So you got to do. If you're the 98, you have to do something drastic.
Yeah, I think so. And also, it doesn't seem like he's got a fast.
I think y'all are looking at this, in my opinion, a little bit wrong on these tires. A full run, and the 98 car sitting at 30% on the rides.
Wow. You know what? You're right. Yeah.
So we are dead wrong.
So
I would pit, if this was me running, and I'm at the situation that the 98 was in, I would have pit 4 laps ago, and I'd have put 4 on it.
Take 4 and then take
and
none
then what
on the
I'd have
last
done, Actually, to be quite honest with you, if to catch up to the lead to counteract the 2 car, because that's what he has to do now unless there's a caution. There's too much of a gap unless the 2 makes a mistake. I'd have pit about 64, which would have put you about 44 to go. And I would have put 2 on her and run it till she's dry, and then take it, pit down, put 4 on it, and that'll put you at the end. Maybe, depending on the run, you might have to save a half a lap.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to hear everybody's
really
different strategies here, though. And that makes a lot of sense, Boston. It's interesting because what I would do now that I know that his tire is that bad on his right front, I would take 4, and then I would take 9.
Well, see, I agree with that. But if you take 4, if you just match the 2 car, which is what the 98's doing right here, which I think is a mistake on his part, if you match the 2 car, then all the 2 car has to do the final stage.
Well, the 2 is
the 2 car's
right
out
now.
of fuel. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong area. The 98's going to match the 2 car. So now all the 2 cars to do at the next stage break, because he knows he's going to get about a 2-second lead coming out.
Pit road. The 3 is staying out another lap.
I'm with you.
The 3 may have something.
I know.
He's not going to have enough.
Yeah,
I don't know. I was watching
him.
the 3. I was watching 3. I think he was going slow on purpose. The double zeros keeping
I'm
it out too.
I'm referring to the 98.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm with you, boss. So what you're saying is maybe the 98 should be
the 98's got to play different of the 2.
Yeah, opposite of the 2.
Unless even if he does play opposite and a caution comes out, they're back on the same playing field.
Yes.
You've got to be opposite of the 2 cars. The 2 cars just going to sit here and run.
Let's see a good pit stop 3. Get down there cleanly. 3. Come on.
Now, to me, by the times, it looked like they both took 2 tires and fuel.
They all took 4 tires and fuel. 14.2.
Wow.
That's a very good pit stop right there.
That's really good for both of them, man.
Holy
Looks
cow.
like the 2 car repaired damage. The 98 did not.
Yes, you were right. Those are the 98.
And one thing different I noticed from compared to the 2, the 98 was able to hold the fuel on all the way till almost the exit of the turn 4.
Okay.
The 3 stretched it an extra lap. So did the double zero. I wonder if that one extra lap is going to play a yeah, just like how the 3 won the first stage. I really can't wait to see what's going to happen.
Now they were pretty far back though, so they might have to do something ridiculous, like I was saying. To get
See that something like that might work for him. Got you.
4.2 second deficit. Now he's down back to a second back. He gained 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's really good. Really good pit stop from the 98 guys.
Yeah, and great exit by the 3 there, I must say. The 2 is floating though. One thing that I like to do when broadcasting like this and going through the cars, listening to their engines, seeing who's able to keep the RPMs up, and you can really tell who's going to be the fastest by that, who's getting through the corners the best. And then you can tell who's saving too. Like that's why I figured the 3, he had an extra lap. I was watching him for a few laps, and he was going pretty slow. I didn't know if it was his tires or if he was saving, but I think he may have been saving because his RPMs were so low.
Well, guys, we saw what the 3 did in stage 1. Is there a strategy that maybe we didn't realize was going on the track with the 3?
Yeah, there could be.
Here's the problem.
I like it.
I get the point of staying
gets around
out,
double zero.
But he lost time because you're going slower saving fuel.
Yeah,
I mean,
you want
to
get
that 10-12 second deficit.
Yeah.
Compared to the 2.
Yeah.
Now, if he would have pitted early, I got it. But staying in late, he didn't help himself.
I agree with you.
He's
That's
hoping
why.
for a caution.
If I'm the 98, that's why I agree with you. If I'm the 98, I'm pitting before the 2.
I would honestly wait till I'd run 8 more laps and then I'd hit the pit road and take 2 on it and run it until she's dry. Make the 98. The only chance 98's got is to pit before that 2 car, unless the 2 messes up.
I like that, Boston, and I love the confidence in what you're saying, and you've done it before. You've done some really good things with pitting on different laps than what other people thought, and you've made it work. So I can't wait to see what happens with this. And I think it was a few weeks ago or so, I was talking to Shaft, and he said that he kind of gave a race away to someone. I think it may have been Matt or Harvick. He gave a race away because he screwed up his strategy. Hopefully he was paying attention to that if he wants this championship.
I mean, it looks like it's a two-car race at this point, and we keep cycling back to the same questions. It looks like the 2 is now gapping the 98 lap by lap. I mean, not significantly, but enough to make the 98 worried. The 98 has got to do something that he's not used to doing, right?
Man, I think he's got
to be the first one to react.
Exactly.
All right, guys, I was talking about RPMs, right? I'm watching this 00, and he gave up a spot to the 18 real quick. I believe he gave up a spot to the 3. I don't think he was catching him because now the 3's pulling away. But I'm listening to his RPMs, and he's slow. I wonder if he's trying to do some funny business. But he's so far back, I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah, he might be too far back at this juncture, but you never know.
Yeah.
He's got a shot. It's possible. I mean, he's going to need 9 laps to save. I mean, it's a possibility.
So
I can't see it that far back.
I don't.
So
I
Boston,
can't either.
do they have to
but
pit one
know.
more time or 2 more times? Just once,
They've got
right?
to pit one more time.
Just once? What if it's on the brink of 2 and he's slowing down so that he only has to do 1?
They can't. Well, they've got 30 laps to go, and they can go 20 laps on a tank.
Okay. Yeah. What? Right now it's 25 to go.
Yeah, it's a tough task.
Oh man, I don't know. That's
a tough task.
They might have to. I don't know.
It's a shot, but I just can't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Boston, if you're the 3, it might be your only shot.
Yeah. No, I get it, but I mean, even at that point, I think they would have to realize that they're just going to be losing more time. They have to just basically run as hard as they can and try to shortcut this.
Yeah,
they'd have been better off, in my opinion, to take fuel only.
Yeah, see, that's where I'm with you. I'm with you, Boston. I'm with you.
Because so what could happen is, I mean, even if you take fuel only, you get past, you took a swat at it. I mean, right now, I don't think they're going to even be close by the time this.
Yeah, you got to swing. You got to swing. And up front, what do you think?
So. You know, for any of you guys, it's up front. I don't know if War's here too or Titans.
War is gone.
Oh,
Titans.
The 3 almost loses it there. But if you're the leader, are you nervous about the 98 making some strategy call?
No, because my car is so good, and I've been gapping. I would probably see 5/10 a lap. Right? I feel pretty good.
I like that. I like that.
You just gotta worry about.
I would agree with that, but here's
speed.
why I say no. The 98 gained 3 seconds on the entrance of pit road.
Right.
And if you take 2 tires going in, if the 98 takes 2, you're most likely that's 8 seconds you're saving.
If he only needs 1 can.
Yeah, if you need 1, well, he's gonna only need.
And if he has a good entrance, you know, a lot of it. Yeah.
I mean, if he gets the good entrance and gets the 3 seconds that he gained last time, and it takes 2 tires.
It looks like they're lapping someone. Is that the 00? Because I know the 00 has been going super slow.
Okay,
I think 00 is trying
something. But
I don't know if it's gonna work.
If they take 2 at this juncture, are their left sides going to be too chewed
up?
Oh,
the 00 goes up the track a little bit, puts the 98 into the wall. Oh, he was able to save it.
They're going to have to baby the car.
Here's the strategy.
Oh,
Here we go, guys.
I wish I was on. I was looking at.
This is the call I'd make. I'd put 2 on it if I was him.
I'd take none.
I'd put 2 on it. He's going to have to put 2 because you're going to be at 30% on the rights.
What's his left sides at?
He doesn't have it on there right now. Let's see. We'll see.
He doesn't have it.
Oh, we'll see right here. 67 front left.
I go
50
2,
right
2. If
front.
it's front left 67, you go 2. You give it 3 cranks a wedge, and you get that back out there.
He's not going to have the fuel.
It might have been speeding.
Laps to go, 21. Estimated fuel, 20.
He was speeding. He was speeding.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, you never want to see that, guys. You never want to see that.
At that point, I would have just took fuel only.
I gotta follow. Yeah, good call, guys, on that speeding. I gotta. The 00's on pit road. I'm sticking with the 2. I need to see how he's gonna do pit road right here.
I'm riding along with the 18 right now. We haven't been talking much about the 18, but the 18 had a nice car at Pocono. We haven't seen much of him here at Homestead.
Oh yeah, Matt was killing it.
What's going on with the 18?
Yeah, I'm still with the 2, and he's
If I
full
was the
throttle,
two-
man.
if-
He's
Yeah,
gunning
if I was
it.
the 2 car, I would just go down anytime he wants to, whenever he feels comfortable, and just put
Sure.
4
Yeah,
on
you're
her and go.
4 now. Yeah, you're 4 now. I
Put
mean,
4 on
it's
it and go and have it on.
yeah, and then
Call
you,
it not for you.
Little Bobby
you
can't
just
be
cross
happy
your
about
fingers
that.
and hope no caution, right? You take 4 and cross your
Well, even
fingers.
if he's got a caution, he's got 4 on it, he can just stay out.
That's true. Good point. Good point.
I mean, he could pit too if he wanted to.
Shaft
if he's got
stays
4 on
out
it-
still. He's stretching this
Well,
last
technically,
one.
he's got 5 more laps of fuel that he can.
I wonder if the three is real slow. I wonder if he's running out because
He's got to be he's got to be
That's
on a
gonna hurt
crazy
him.
strategy, guys.
yeah,
He's
but
got to be.
I don't
He's on a
see-
strategy. I don't know about it.
Yeah, because
But at this point, is he risking 2 laps down or is he going 1 down?
dude, he needs to pit.
No,
he's
he's
losing
one
too
down.
much time right now. After the fuel or the pit cycle goes through, and he hits the wall in the front stretch. After the pit cycle goes through, all this time he's losing, it's just going to hurt him. I don't think anyone's going to have to pit a second time. Maybe Bobby.
See, I
because
kind of
it
agree
showed that
with
he was a lap
Boston.
short.
9 laps might just be a little too much to save. What do you? If you're gonna save 9 laps, is what I'm getting at.
There's
is
no
you
way.
should do what I said. It just short pit.
Yeah,
He's
I'd
got a
short
bit.
pit.
He's still not pitting. 3 stays out. He's losing too much time with this.
No.
I don't know.
The thing with saving so that you can have yourself a shorter pit, it doesn't work.
No,
I
it
know
doesn't.
that from
No,
experience.
I don't think so, man.
I do too. I
If
do
the 2
too.
car knows the 98 got a speeding penalty, then all the 2 car needs to do is basically park it into the pit road. Don't even attempt to run it
Yeah.
hard.
Exactly.
Sure. Yeah.
If the 98 didn't tell him and he speeds, then you got a race.
Sure. Yep. The 2 cars
Let's
actually
not take
coming up to
anything away.
3.
Let's not take anything away from the 2. I know we've been talking about a lot of the cars here, but let's talk about how good the 2 has been tonight.
Oh man, I was saying it before. His consistency is incredible. It's really, really good. It's impressive. And,
Yeah, it is
he's
impressive.
in this spot for a reason. He made some mistakes every now and then in other races, but you learn from that. All of us make mistakes. He's learning
Grand
from
Poppy
it, and
is
he's
still on the
making it
lead lap.
work. Yeah.
18 shake some
Oh,
shake. Are we
little
gonna
bit
have
of-
one? Are we gonna have a caution?
I don't believe so. The double.
No, I
or
don't
the
think so. He's hitting
3
pit road. The
cars.
3's hitting pit.
No, he
It
just
didn't look like it was
kind of tapped the
caution.
tail of the 00. 00 didn't budge. It looked like on my screen.
No, guys, this is sinister, but I gotta bring it up. If you're the 3 there, do you maybe let the caution go? I mean, you know what I mean? Do you?
Ooh, I wouldn't want to do it that way.
I wouldn't either, but all's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I think
2's coming in.
I don't know. So let's see how long this 3 car's pit stop's gonna be. He did have a little
doesn't
issue
look
getting
like-
on. That was short.
2 is
That was short.
very
He's doing
conservative.
something, but I think he just lost too much time with saving all that.
The 2 was very conservative coming into
Looks
the
like
pit.
his car's still intact, pretty well. The 3, the Cabela's Chevy Camaro.
Does a great job getting off pit road. Titans, you said that the 2 was slow getting on pit road, huh? Making sure he was being safe, right?
Yep.
Oh, see, that could be an issue too. 98 is floating.
Now,
I
guys,
saw.
I don't think the 3 is going to be a factor, but I am interested to see how this shakes out.
Yeah, right now, looking at the leaderboard on Lil Bobby's broadcast, Grand Poppy's 10 seconds behind him.
Okay.
Let's see
Two
where. So
cars
Shaft is
coming
coming
out
off
of
the
the pits.
pits right now,
Looking clean.
four
Looking clean.
tires.
and oh wow, he's gonna have a
Looking
huge
clean.
lead on the 98.
He got a little shaky. Though. He should probably shut a second in the middle of that pit exit.
Wow, what that was. Oh shoot, who's that? The 18 is on the grass, coming off pit road. That's usually a bad thing to do.
You'd rather go slow and lose a second like the 2 did than
Yep.
hit the grass, right?
That dang right.
You want to
Dang
be
right.
on the pavement.
For sure, completely. So, man, the 2 car has almost half a lap on second place in 98. I'm looking at Down and Out's broadcast. His shaft is 11 seconds ahead. and it's climbing consistent, like pretty well too, pretty quick.
Okay.
Now, if you noticed, if he wouldn't have got the speeding penalty, he'd be 4 seconds ahead of him.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
dude, what a great point, boss. I forgot about that speeding penalty. Then, man,
but Boston, you said you get that speeding penalty. See, if I get a speeding penalty, I'm putting 4 on it no matter what, because I got a 30-second stop no matter what.
See, I wouldn't, and here's why. Because if you don't put 4 on it, you just take fuel. You've only got a 3-second stop, and counting your penalty, you only got an 18-second stop compared to Shaft's 14-second stop for 4. So you're only losing 4 seconds. But then putting 2 on it, he took a 24-second stop and lost 10 seconds, and that's why you're seeing this big gap.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's how me and Nick found out when we was doing Talladega, the first season
or Daytona
in the Pro Series. Nick got a penalty going into pit road.
Well,
Daytona, I just put 4 on it so we could come out together,
and then
he
I just made a mistake. No.
Okay, so I just learned something. I did. I thought you were 30 seconds no matter what.
I made 2. I remember I made a mistake getting on pit
You were
road
supposed to
Daytona.
do that, but you never did.
At Daytona, right? Yeah.
But he still came out together, and we were still able to get it. But that was the plan. We practiced it out
to try and equal it out with
to help.
Mistake.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but no, I still screwed it up, and but I learned from it. Even though I don't remember what I didn't learn from it then. I did.
The 18 looks like he's shaking loose coming to the line.
And here's the sickening part. The 98 went across the line with 8 to go. At 8 to go, if the strategy would have worked and he didn't have a speeding penalty, he'd have 2 seconds on Shaft. With 8 to go.
Yeah.
So you're telling me it got real interesting.
Wow, it would get really close. It would have been oh, dude, what a call. But 8 to go, and I mentioned before, Shaft had 11-second lead over Down and Out. That was, what, 2-3 laps ago? It's almost 14 seconds now. Shaft definitely would have gotten there. That would have been a sick last few laps.
He would have gotten close.
But you know what, guys? At the same time, it would have been close. But we could take nothing away from this 2 car. He's ran his race. He didn't speed. He did everything he had to do correctly, and deservingly so. He's out front, right?
Yeah. He's got these wins. He's been doing well. He's in that spot because, he put himself there. He deserves it. And, good for him getting there. He I don't know what his heart is doing right now. Well, I know he said that he had some chest pain before, which is really bad. That's not good. I hope he's calm. But you never know what can happen. He deserves this. He's got to keep going. Man, you never know. I can't say.
I'm excited to see the 2 in the Elite Series next year.
Me too.
Excited to see what he has to do, but what he can do, I should say.
There's been a lot of improvement out of all of these drivers for all the ones that I was able to watch. It's great, and they treat each other very well for the most part. I think there's a little while where there's some animosity, but they get over it. You gotta talk about it. Just get on track, do your thing.
And that's the point, right, Nick?
Man.
We all get mad. Everybody's been mad at some point.
Yeah.
But you guys, we've been talking about this now for 2 races. You need to keep your emotions in check. You're allowed to be mad. Being mad's good. That means you're competitive. That means you want it. That means you want to get it. But you got to know how to handle it.
Right. I agree. And I think you got to keep it on track, too, for the most part.
Because at the end of the day, we're all friends.
Yeah. Like, Shaft, you and I never really got, or not Shaft, Blur, you and I never really gotten into anything on the track. And I'm sure there's going to be a day when we do, and we get pissed at each other, but I know that we're not going to, we're going to get over it.
Just ask the 18. Just ask the 18.
We'll get over it.
We were running so hard a couple races there that it just seemed like no matter what happened, we were getting into each other, and we both know it is what it is, we're both trying to advance.
That's true. I think the 2 is coming to. I think that's 2 to go right there for the 2 car. 2 laps. As he's catching up to, I believe that's the 3, who's now in 4th. Grand Poppy. So that's one thing that you don't want to see. When you got a few laps left and you're catching someone. But Shaft has a 20-second lead on Bobby right now.
Yeah, so if you're
slow down
up front, do you even toy around with the 3 right now? You maybe just ride behind him.
No, I'm laying off the gas. I'm giving myself
Oh, heck
plenty
yeah.
of space
Oh,
cushion.
yeah.
Me too.
And just in case he gets into the wall,
He's got 20
I want
seconds.
to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got plenty. I'm honestly half throttle right now.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you. You got a 20-second lead. What are they running? Probably what, 32s here, something
Probably
like that.
right now. He's probably running like high 32s. The way that he's kind of
Yeah.
calming it down.
So yeah, I'm with up front. You know, no reason to press the issue here to get by the 3.
And the ERG
It doesn't
champion.
look like he listened.
Wow, and that's it.
Shaft Nation.
Shaft Nation.
That 2
good
car.
race too.
The 2 Chevy. He gets it. Congrats to Shaft.
Congrats to the 2.
Wow. That was something. I think the race is still going on. Let's go to the 98, who's about to get across the start-finish line. Matt is closing in 4 seconds, but that's not enough because that was it. Oh man, you know that was getting pretty crazy. Even though they're spread out so much, a lot of strategy was playing parts. People were doing different things. It was good to see, but at the end of the day, the speed is where it counted. Shaft had the speed, and he was in control of that race.
Yeah, the 2 continues the dominance on a well-deserved championship season. Congratulations to the 2 car, and congratulations to everybody else in the field for having a good season as well. You know, they all stuck it out. They all raced, and it was fun.
It was. That was a really cool race to watch. Shaft in the 2 first, down and out in 98 second. In 3rd place, Matt in the 18. Grand Poppy, who had that awesome first stage win, 4th. Harvick 5th, and Captain Fluffy unfortunately fell out of the race, 6th place. Let's see if we can kind of pull some people in here. Actually, who got the fastest lap there? Shaft. 31.842. All right, let's see if I can grab Shaft on in here and down and out as well. All right, the invites are sent. Let's see if we can get these guys in here. I'm sure you know, they're trying to get their nerves out. Hey, Bobby, dude, you know, really good job there. You're holding it, and you know, you had a speeding penalty, but do you think you had the speed to get to Shaft?
No.
No.
I gave it everything. I gave it everything I could. If I wouldn't have got that speeding penalty right there at the end, I think I might would have had a shot. But once that happened, I just kind of backed out and kind of settled for second. I kind of knew that's where I was going to end up. So
Now, Bobby, I kind of want to I want to pick your brain here. Okay. Now, you say you don't get the speeding penalty right there. Now, we all knew you did, unfortunately, and it happened, and it sucks. You know, but what were you gonna do if you didn't speed? What was your strategy?
Well, I was gonna pit with 20 to go, and kind of because I found out that Shaft wasn't that good at getting off the access road coming out of the pits. And I knew I could catch some speed up there. And when we pitted that first pit stop there in the final stage,
you picked up ground.
I picked up ground coming out of the pits there on him.
Yeah, we saw it. It was nice. It was nice.
And I knew I could get him coming off a pit road, and I knew that I could get him coming on pit road because he went on pit road slower than I did. First time I pitted, I done great. Second time, sped just like 2 miles an hour over, and it was a heartbreak, man.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Hey, you ran a good race. It was good to see you rebound, though, after what you did at Pocono. I mean, no offense, but it was good to see you rebound and have a good run. It's just unfortunate that the speeding penalty kind of took you out of it.
Yeah.
But, man, it was fun to watch you.
Yeah, I got one more thing I got to say. Lil Bobby, it was great watching you this season. It was great having you in races. I feel so comfortable around you on the track. You're a heck of a driver, and things happen, whatever, you know, but really good job. Good job.
Yeah, hold your head high, Bobby. It was good. You had a good season, man.
Yeah, man, I wanna congratulate the new champ Shaft. He's moving up next year along with me and get to race with you big guys.
We know we'll be happy to have you. I know
It's
that.
nice of you to
We know
say to
we'll
him.
be happy to have you.
We didn't approve Shaft yet, but I'm just kidding.
So Nick,
Boston,
can
you
I
got.
shot first?
So wait,
Can I go first?
yeah. Wait, well, Boston, you know, as the owner of Elevated Racing Group, do you have anything that you'd like to say to Bobby, or?
Yeah, Bobby, you may have already talked before, but you know my opinion on you, buddy. You've always held your head high. You've been the classy guy. I've always never had a problem with you. I know that one stung for you. I know you and me will talk about it later, but don't give up, man. You've got more than what you think.
Yeah, you're a good driver.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, Blur, go for it.
Shaft. Hey, congratulations, my man.
Thank you.
How you feeling right now?
Man, I can finally let it all go. Man,
Okay,
that was tough.
So now you were the class of the field in this race, and that's no knock on anybody else. You had a really nice car, but the 98 was there. Yeah, he was there, and I'm sure you realized that he sped. So what was your thoughts after he sped? Are you just holding your line, just running your race, or what was your thoughts?
I'll be down in a minute.
Well, I still knew he was fast, so obviously I didn't really kind of back off anything. I mean, I kind of was slowing a little bit in the lap times, but it wasn't by much. So we just knew that we had to get to pit road without speeding. That was the main kind of battle at that point.
Okay. Well, hey, congratulations, man. It was a pleasure watching you, and it'll be a pleasure having you two up with us next season.
Yeah.
Hey, Shaft, I want to say congrats as well, man. That was a really good race. You're very consistent. Did a really good job. I'm sure, you know, with me being your biggest mentor, that it was really me that won that championship, not you. But I'm kidding on that. I'm happy. That was the most laugh I've ever gotten out of you, and that makes me feel good. But you know, really good job with it. I want to know, were you worried about strategy before you noticed that the 98 had that penalty? Were you worried that you may have to kind of change things up?
Honestly, I called him out on his strategy. I knew that's what he was doing. I knew his plan was to pit when it was 20 to go, and he told me that it hadn't really worked for him at all this season. So I was like, well, okay, he's still probably going to do it, just to try to throw me off. And
Yeah.
he did, but obviously when he
Good.
sped, that kind of lifted the weight off my shoulders a little bit. And
Of course. Yeah, well, hey man, good running, good setups. You had the speed, and it really showed. You had the consistency. Way to go. Congrats.
thank you, Nick.
Anybody else got anything for the champ?
Congratulations, Shaft. You earned it, buddy.
Thank you.
Boston. No.
Sorry, I was on a phone call. My bad.
Oh no.
Work call. No,
No.
Shaft, good job, buddy. I think you got a word from Wise. Keep it up, but don't let it get to your head. But it's an important thing. It's impressive to see what you did. Knocked off a lot of records this season. I think you've got a really good and bright future up in the Elite Series running with us. Keep it up, and I think you'll do well in this community.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree. And I think on that note, you know, it was a long night. Thank you, War, Titans, Up Front, Blur, Boston, Big D's, for doing this. It's kind of a weird feeling right now. Like it's the end of the second season. We ran the first season for ERG's Pro Series. Boston in here won the first one. Now we've got Shaft in here wins the second season, and it's over. We've got a third season coming up. It's weird to think about, and
It's just the beginning.
it really is. And you know, you guys do a heck of a job. I think all of us do a heck of a job. I have a blast with all y'all, and you know, don't make really good setups, Shaft, unless we were on the same team. But I don't think that's gonna happen. So just be like slower, just slow down, you know. But no, good freaking job, man. And I love racing with Bobby too, having him on the track. I just want to say that it's been a lot of fun, and that was a great second season. So congrats to everyone. But I think on that note, I'm gonna end mine unless anyone else wants to get all heartfelt like that.
Well, I just want to say well done from everybody. Just because you didn't win doesn't mean you're not good. You know,
Right.
you gotta learn from everything and get better. Good job from everybody.
Really good job. And I know War can't say anything right now because he's getting all emotional that it's the end of the second season. You know, it's really hitting War hard, right?
I'm gonna kick your ass.
There we go. All right. On that note, I'm ending my stream. Yeah. Thanks again, guys.
Let's race. Let's
yeah,
race.
I'll see y'all on the track.